We do this stuff every week. Trust me, it's fun. At least for me. I don't know how it is for you, being the viewer that you are. Sitting at your chair with your little glass of water.
We're not recording anymore.
Just smirking at the screen.
It's not recording.
Why not? Welcome to this week's episode of RC Powers East. This week we're going to be reviewing the FlyCamOne2 from HobbyLobby.com and the aerial camera from GraysonHobby.com. Now, between the two, very obviously you can see at first they're both small cameras, but the Grayson Hobby camera has the FlyCamOne2 beat by a long shot. Now for a little household size comparison, we've got a quarter here and you see how small this guy is. Very small camera. Now the FlyCamOne2 isn't a giant, although it seems like one compared to the Grayson Hobby camera. It's still relatively convenient in size. So as far as size is concerned and weight, this thing has it beat. This thing, as is, comes in at about 47 grams, and this right now comes in at about 25 grams with the added Velcro. Velcro not included, by the way, I just kind of added that on. Beyond the size, another thing you have to look at is the features of the camera. This thing is a Swiss Army knife. This is going to be able to do whatever you want it to do, plus your aerial photography. Because it's got so many features, the user interface on here with this little display isn't all that user-friendly. In fact, I've actually read many reviews where they missed features because they weren't very well explained in the manual. It works, but it's not nearly as user-friendly as this one is, because all you have to do to get this working is you hit the on switch. It comes on. Now on the side there's a V and there's an A. When it's switched to A, it's recording audio only, and when it's switched to V, it's 640 by 480 20 frames per second. There's no lower quality setting or pictures only or anything like that. It's just video recording. Now, to record, all you do is hit that button and it starts recording. As you can see from the video that we're showing right now, the Grayson Hobby camera is vastly superior to the FlyCamOne2 as far as video quality is concerned. The field of view is wider, the color saturation is better, and it's got more detail. Now, if you want to fret about the frames per second, the FlyCam1 has it beat by 10 frames per second. Does that matter to you? Look, see, I mounted both cameras to the same airplane at the same time, flying the same pattern, so they're seeing exactly the same thing. The only difference is what they're displaying. I've synchronized them so you can see exactly the difference between the two cameras, because to me that's the most important thing that you have to look at when you're dealing with these cameras. So to summarize this whole review, to cover most bases, this is a Swiss Army knife and this is a chef's knife. If you want a Swiss Army knife that'll not just do aerial photography or aerial video, but will also do the video, or will also do the pictures and the timed photographs, and it's got a motion sensor on it too, so it can do motion sensing photography. So this is certainly a universal device, not just a aerial camera. Then this is what you'll want. You'll pay a little extra for it, but it has the plethora of Swiss Army knife features. This is your chef's knife, basically. It's very specific design for a very specific purpose. So you won't want to take a chef's knife camping with you, because it's not universal enough. So if you want something specific that does the job good and does it right and does it easy without having to mess with this complicated user interface, it's just got a couple switches and buttons and done, then I definitely go with the Grayson Hobby aerial camera. If you're looking for superior quality, this also trumps out the FlyCamOne2. A couple of additional notes. The FlyCamOne2 uses a standard SD card. Neither one of them are compatible with the SD high capacity standard, which is the 16 gigs or 8 gigs or 4 gigs. Both of them support only up to 2 gigabytes. This one uses a micro SD card. If any of you have cell phones that uses that, you know what I'm talking about. Once again, up to 2 gigabytes. Now, the big difference between the 2 gigabytes is how efficiently the camera uses it. Even though this is higher quality, it can record more because it records at a lower frame rate. You know, it's 20 frames versus 30 frames per second. This, you're looking at a half-hour battery life off the lithium battery in here, and a half-hour maximum recording time, period. This has a 80-minute battery life with an 80-minute recording time maximum. So this guy is going to last a lot longer in the field than this one, beyond the extra capacity batteries you can buy for both of them. Alright, and now for my personal opinion about these cameras. I used this one for a long while. You see the, you know, all the messed up and here and there where I've kind of jerry-rigged it to make it work for me. I'm not a real big fan of it since I started using this. And if you're doing stuff other than aerial photography or aerial video, this is probably your best choice because of its multiple functions. And if you don't mind messing with the menu. This one, if all you're doing is aerial video and that's all you care to do, and you're on a budget, this is your guy. It's going to be a lot lighter, a lot more aerodynamic, and a lot easier to use than the FlyCamOne2. So, certainly, if you just want to frickin' film, right here's what you want. This will do the trick. Anyway, see you next week. Subscribe. We do this stuff every week. Leave comments, I read them. All of them. At least twice. Peace out.